Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm gonna talk to you today about owning your brand. So, in this world, I'll mention three things right off the bat. One is that in this life, they say that everything is like sales. And in sales, you always gotta be closing. If you don't sell yourself to someone you're making a first impression, they're gonna hate you and they'll reject you right off the bat. Doesn't matter if you're applying for a job, if you're trying to get a girlfriend, if you're just saying hi to a stranger and trying to network and meet some new friends who in real life, because you're a social person like me. I don't know, but either way, if you don't put your best foot forward, then you're not, maybe you're not gonna get your foot in the door. And if you're not gonna, maybe this is the whole give a mouse a cookie kind of thing too. If you're not gonna get your foot in the door, then maybe you're not gonna get a job. If you're not gonna get a job, then maybe you will never get to rise to the occasion and learn that skill set that's gonna get you that promotion and get that money. If you never get that money, maybe you're never able to start that business. You never start that business, maybe you're never gonna be able to realize that dream. And if you never realize that dream, maybe you're never gonna to get that dream girl. If you never get the dream girl, you're never going to manage to have that picket fence and that wife and those kids. And if you never do that, maybe you'll never truly feel that you're content in your life, and you never can truly say, "Man, I got to have a good day on Free Balloon Day." I don't know. Anyway, that's farther away than I thought. I was gonna lean on that. I was like, wait a minute, when did that wall get so far away? But of course, the wall's always been there. It's me being silly. Anyway, my point for this is well. Let me say this. I've heard this term, home is where your heart ends, and I believe that, because once your heart's gone, then what's the point of living anymore, right, anyway? Because if you got nothing to live for, then, man, you better switch that skill, like I was talking about earlier. Just get busy dying, because at that point in time, you got nothing to live for, at least live for that blaze of glory, right? Anyway, if you don't live with the motto, live, love, and learn, then if you're done, if you're still living, but you're not loving, then you didn't learn a thing. So, all I gotta say. If you see, I believe in the credo, there are fates worse than death. So I just adhere to that. And like when someone's like, "Hey, it's that time, guys. We gotta pull back," and I'm like, I'm going back too, because I don't want to know what's in the scary side of that whole like fear first encounter assault recon. So when they pull that card out, I'm like, guys, I'm peacing out. I'm going back to the camp, whatever. Anyway, so that's what I'm about. But anyway, I'm gonna keep this going long enough for me to just keep talking about the things that are important and precedent to you, namely what matters when you're on the forefront of something like a revolution. And let's just say things are new and different, and you don't always know how things are going to go, but when you're with a team, you can always work it out. So that's the great thing. That's the best thing. One once said you should share the burden. Because if we're all going to reap the benefits, or benefit from the benefits or the reaping, then we should, of what is sown, then we should all share the burden and the cost together, because otherwise it's not fair for people to carry all the weight. That's why capitalism won over communism, by the way. Hashtag, I'm a candy boy. Anyway, I just want to say that in America, also, you're entitled to the fruits of your labor. So if you make a great company in a capital market economy, you can gain the profits from that product that you created based on how a free market economy works. And I'm using that term now only in economics, because I still do believe in the term zero-sum game for how people think they can win in a war. In my world, you cannot win a war. You can only win by not ever having to be in a war, which is essentially what means you saved your people from a fate, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything more. But all I gotta say is there's better ways to solve an argument, and that's by talking it out like men at a table with money and our negotiations and our gold. And if you can't do it that way and you want to get other people involved, well, at that point, that's kind of like a shitty thing to do, because those men have lives and families too. So all I gotta say is it gets ugly when things don't work out the way you want to. If you can settle that and work towards a greater good, I think there's always a positive solution and always the best way to do things. So with that having been said, I hope the people on Earth maybe can hear this message and just collude, at least in something, that if you're hoping for peace and for positive resolution, you can come to terms with the fact that we're all men here, at least the ones who are respective heads of our countries, with the exception of the Queen and other countries who have female heads of state. I don't know. But I hope we can all just come to terms on the common grounds that nobody wants war and nobody wants to lose their people. Regardless of where you're from or what you're fighting for, there's someone on Earth who I think can help you with it, or help you achieve your goals without putting any person's people in harm's way. Because at the end of the day, I think we can all benefit from something, and it's from each other's ability to use what we have, use what we know, to make this thing work. And if you don't know what I'm referring to yet, maybe you haven't heard of the American Dream, but in America, I believe that anything you think and you can do. And if you haven't learned about the resilience and the resolve and the strength of the American people, you haven't seen what we can accomplish in sports, in the media, and in industries. So if you've heard of Google, you don't know much about our excellation in technology. You've never seen us perform in the Olympics, you don't know we can really win gold medals. And if you have never seen us, or if you've never heard of us in the entire world, you must have been living under a rock, because we're like very much a popular nation. So anyway, that's our stance. That's our hello to the world. And if you'd like to do talks with us, either see us in the United Nations or meet with our president, Mr. Joe Biden, and hopefully we can come to terms on something we can deem agreeable, because there's this ugly conflict going on that I'm aware of in Ukraine and Russia, and nobody likes to see those lives lost, even if they aren't American citizens. It's still just a shame that people on Earth have to suffer for something that we hope can be solved through something other than bloodshed. There's nothing else we've learned from war. It's that war never changes, and it does determine who's right, only who's left. So I actually live across the street from the World War II Museum, so I'm around that every day. And my grandfather actually did fight in World War II. He's a battlefield medic. On my aunt's side of the family, if I can call her that, my Aunt Debbie. I think she might be. She argues with my cousin, but I think she might be my aunt. I have to check with this. But her father, Glenn, was also in the Navy, or sorry, not in the Navy, in the Army, and he fought in the Battle of the Bulge. So there's a tradition, or there's a history of military service in my family. So I'm aware of what it means to make personal sacrifices in your life. Also, I just talked to my Uncle Halligan to learn about what his level of service was in the military Air Force. But I believe he was in the Air Force, so I have to check about that though. But anyway, on my side, I was fortunate enough to never have to serve personally, but I do my duty as a citizen to do what I feel is best for the country in regards to how I feel I can make an impact. In my mind, I feel like I can do more with words than I can with a gun. So I try to, just like Gandhi in the Indian subcontinent, I feel like my strength is leadership, and what I try to do is lead, even not from the Oval Office, but just in the ways that I feel like I can make an impact, or at least send a message to whoever can make an impact. To Mr. Joe Biden, I hope if you ever see this message, or this ever gets to you, you can do something to negotiate in ways that can be agreeable to the people involved, to protect the sanctity of our country and prevent us from ever having to go into a third world war, because I think that'd be the worst thing for us. But anyway, that having been said, I do want to say I also come from this is a side note, but it's a point I want to make, so I guess I'll still make it. I come from a long line or lineage of Bushido, so I'm actually part Japanese, so in my ancestry is the samurai dynasty lineage, and my mom made specific note to point this out to me. My family did not, or my family tree did not involve rice farmers. We were actually of the samurai class, so our code was death before dishonor. So in my world, it is considered the greatest dishonor to dishonor thy father, as I believe could be put. But to ask anything further is kind of to disrespect thy father, so that's why I'm not going to push or pry the issue. It just means that there are fates worse than death, and you should never attempt to pry or push into those. So yes, that's why in Japanese culture, Hirikiri and Bushido are technically the warrior code, which means if there's something that presents itself to you, you will die if it is your sworn duty to. And to do anything differently means you are to dishonor what it means to be human. So if you're not Japanese, I don't expect you to fully understand that, but just know that it is the code that is ingrained in my blood, and it is what I live by. So anyway, I want to say now, as this video gets longer and longer, that I think I should probably wrap this up, because it's going to start to get to the point where it's kind of going to be monotonous. So I'm going to just cut it off here and tell you all good morning still. So I'll maybe take a break and call you guys, or not call you guys back, but video chat back in the afternoon, and we'll have another discussion. So I'll see you.